All right, guys, I want to go ahead and jump right on in and show you guys exactly how to use the Leads CRM system, the Leads Manager, as well as Tags Management tool inside of ROI marketing software. So let's jump right on into it. So if you go to anyone's profile that's a personal profile, you'll see this little button pop up. Now, this is a really cool part of the software that's very, very intricate and really helps speed up this process. But first, what I want to show you guys is that we need to set some tags. Now, I've gone ahead and made some sample tags just to kind of show you guys how we can use this software to really most maximize your potential. That's funny. So anyways, what we're gonna do is we're gonna hop right on in and let's make this a test tag. Oops, if we can't type. All right, so test tag, we're gonna create the tag. Now, of course, you can delete these as you want just by hitting the trash can button. You can see it's creating this tag. Now, what's really cool about this is we're going to utilize two different programs. We're going to use Facebook, obviously, and we're going to also use messenger.com. Now, Facebook Messenger is separate from Facebook now. It's still the same information as if you were going to click on the Messenger tab. However, this software works best on messenger.com, and we're about to show you that now. So right here through messenger.com, you can come in through everyone that you're speaking to within your Facebook Messenger app and actually push them through based off of your tags. Now, what's really cool about this is this is live time. I had to go ahead and refresh it because we added that test in before the last time I refreshed. So you got to make sure any changes you make over here before they'll apply over here. For example, if we come in and added another test tag, it will not show up until create tag. It's got to load here, and then it's not going to show up until we refresh the page. Other than that, it is actual real-time results. So come in, refresh, and you'll see boom, test 2. Now, the cool thing about this is, again, you can go to anyone's personal profile, click on this, you'll see all their information here. Now, it's going to load their name automatically. You can come in here and type in their title, the company name, phone number, email, website, address, you name it. You can even give them a lead strength, and it'll also show, again, live time where they are in your funnel. Now, let's move me back to a hot lead. And what's another cool thing here is we can come in here and set a task to say follow up. We'll save this for myself. We'll set the date for, let's say, Thursday. Let's do 10 a.m., which is a really good open rate time for social media. So 10 a.m. So you set the time, and then you can either set a reminder for yourself to follow up, or you can actually have it automated, okay? So the next thing to notice is you can personalize this by putting in someone's name, and you do that by putting in these brackets, lowercase name, ending bracket, and then it will actually put in their first name. And then we can actually put whatever message we want here. Would love to follow up with you. When is best for you? Good thing about things like this is you want to try and make it as personal as possible. Since this is automated, you can actually talk to these people specifically based off your interactions with them. And then you can leave a note subject. All these notes will store in your CRM system as well as a description. Now I'm going to hit save. Now the beautiful thing about that is it's actually going to send that message on that specific date and time the way I left it. Another cool thing is I can come back to my leads manager and see, oops, popped up twice over here. Let's go back to my lead CRM system. So sometimes it can be a little finicky, so you just got to make sure that you're staying on top of it. But if you're using this software correctly, you're going to be in here daily making sure that your money is where it needs to be. So let's come back to my lead CRM system. And from here, you can actually live time drag and drop everyone you need as they flow through your funnel. Now, the cool thing about this is this will also give you an overview of how many people you're working and which portion of the pipeline they're in. Once you have a lot of people in here, you can come in here, see I've got 40 people in my hot leads, I've got 30 people in my prospect leads, so on and so forth. So it's a good way to get a 30,000 foot view of where you're at. And of course, you can always click on here and it'll take you straight to their profile at any point in time. So let's go back to the lead CRM system. Here is actually where if you had stored any information for them, their email, their phone number, their website, this website button, it'll just say link, but it'll be a hyperlink, so you can click on it and it'll take you right to the website that you documented for them. Other than that, it's super easy software to use. Again, if you got multiple people working in here, you can select who sees it. And again, you can also change this information and this tag from here as well. If I want to delete this person from my CRM altogether, you can click here and it will actually delete them from the CRM system, but not from your friends list. So I hope that helps. That is the Leads CRM, Leads Manager, and Tags Management information. And I hope that this tutorial helped you, and I'll look forward to showing you more of this software. All right, now that we've gone over those 3 tools, I want to talk about bulk messaging. Now, bulk messaging is actually super amazing if used correctly. So what we're going to do is we're going to come up here to create a new campaign. Name this, let's say, Hot Leads 1. And you want to keep up with what you're sending out to your people. And so you want to make sure that you're titling these correctly and you're remembering and documenting how you send this stuff out. Now let's select Hot Lead. All right, boom, there we go. Now, all these people are going to be in here that are tagged with Hot Lead. If you don't want to send them to that specific person, just hit the X and it'll send to everyone else that's remaining. You can come in here and you actually select the date and time, and that this message is going to go out. Again, 10 a.m. is the best time to send messages out. So whatever you want to do and however your program is set up is how you need to do it. But this is where we can come in and actually send whatever message we want. Again, same thing. If you want to personalize it, you put these brackets in here, lowercase name and closing bracket. Then you send whatever message that is pertinent to your information. You hit save. And boom. Now this is where you can actually keep up with all the different campaigns that you have running. So if you come in here and think, oh my gosh, I'm an idiot, I don't need to send this one, of course you can come delete it. We're going to make this another one real quick just so we can show you what this kind of looks like. But you can have all the different messages that you need sending out to all the different prospects. You can have multiple different ones. So you can have some really good documented follow-up systems in here that go out at a specific time and you're keeping up with them. And if you need to, again, delete them, you delete them here. But this will give you an opportunity to show not only what you're sending, but you can also see that there's X amount of users, who they are, and what time it's expected to go out. And what you'll see is that these messages will start going out 2 minutes apart to actually comply with Facebook's standard protocols and make sure that we're not going to get flagged for sending too many messages at one time. So again, I hope this helps. This is bulk messaging. This is going to be super great information for you guys to know. Thank you guys so much. All right, guys, this is going to be your birthday greeter. This is super good information to use when you're wanting to actually stay in touch with your clients, as well as really churn some of the information and reset the algorithm with who is interacting with you and seeing your stuff, because the algorithm is very, very biased on who it shows your information to based off interactions. So if we can start sending out daily messages to all of our contacts, this is going to start putting us at the top of the list again and letting us view more and more people's information, as well as display our information to other people. So here you can have up to 5 different messages. These, I'm going to go ahead and fill them all out. Happy birthday. But then also you can make these whatever you want. Hit this and hit save. Now, what's going to happen here is this stores all these messages. All these messages will store here and wait until you actually push the button. Again, based on compliances, we cannot automatically send this. So you do have to come in here daily, but you just have to push one button and the system handles the rest. So you're just going to come up here to wish them, and it's going to load all this information on whose birthdays are today. As you can see, there is quite a few different people's birthdays, and I accidentally just did that. I accidentally just sent all of that. I'm gonna have to blame this on Lottie, guys. Anyways, you can see how that works. So basically all those people whose birthday it wrote in this order. And oh my God, sorry guys, this is funny. I'm gonna leave this anyways. Totally boggled my mind and made me lose my train of thought. So you've got 5 different messages you can send out. You can alternate them so that way you're not just posting the same thing on everybody's post. You come in here and you will write it out however you want. Be relatively generic, knowing the fact that you won't know whose birthday it's going to post about. But then every day, set a reminder. You come in and click this button, and it sends it to everyone on that day. Again, it spaces it out some to be compliant with Facebook rules. But other than that, that is the birthday greeter from ROI Marketing Software. And you can see that I accidentally just did all that to all those people. So anyways, I hope this has been informative and at this point a little comical. So I'll see you in the next training video. All right, guys, next let's talk about auto greeters. This is a super great tool if used correctly. Now, again, we still have to be compliant with Facebook rules and terms. So you cannot actually send this on a 100% automated system, but I'm going to show you how this is going to speed up time tremendously. So you got to come in here and sync this. You're going to click this button. It's going to pull up a separate window and start pulling information of all the people that have added you in the last several days or since you've ran this system previously. So it's going to take a little minute to pull all this information as it goes through the last several days and sees who we've added. It's going to load them right here in this dashboard. Now there's going to be multiple different things we can do with this that I'm going to show you that can be really, really intricate into your follow-up system. So over here, you can see we have a remove and a keep button. These are involving your actual Facebook. So if you click remove, it will actually warn you that you're actually going to unfriend Austin from this point. If you come over here and click keep, it's going to remove him from this CRM system, but still keep him as a friend on your Facebook. So if you don't want him to receive this specific message, then hey, no harm, no foul. You can just remove him from the CRM system and he won't receive this automated message. Next, you got to come up here and say, hey, and then use our brackets again, insert name, and blah, 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 blah. We use our test information, hit save. Now, obviously, I'm not going to run this the way I did last time since I made a fool of myself, but you can come in here, and now once you've saved that message template, you come in and just click send, send, send. And again, you don't have to remove them from your CRM system, but you can just not click send message. So you can send, skip, send, and it's going to send whatever this message template is. So I'm going to come in here and delete this because I don't want to make a fool of myself like I did last time. Save that. And I'm actually going to clear this list so I don't make that mistake again. And I'll come back and do this at a later time that's most adequate to my business and my brand and go from there. But that is the auto greeter. This is a super great tool if used correctly. If you have any questions, please hit me up and I'd love to walk through some strategies with you on how it can best help your company. Thank you guys so much. All right, guys, so here's the engage others portion of this. This is going to be a super cool tool to use, but also be very, very careful. We wanted to go ahead and give this to you guys for some of you people who operate on a more intimate level, can probably use this software and make sense of it. Once you start running with thousands of friends, it's a little bit harder to completely automate this entire system, but we're giving you the tool regardless. So if you come in here and let's say one of your friends has multiple comments, multiple likes, this, that, whatever, it's going to base all these different interactions for, what the most common things are. So if the most common thing that's going on right now when people like something, you can say, man, that's awesome. And what's going to happen is once you run this, it's going to go in and it's going to give them a thumbs up and say, man, that's awesome on the post. Now, again, why I kind of refrain from being super excited about this portion of the software is, as you know, some of these people just leave automated thumbs up on people's posts. And what this software is trained to do is go in and see what the majority of people are doing. If the majority of them are thumbs up and it triggers your command to say, man, that's awesome, and it's talking about something that's not so awesome, now we run into a pickle. So I would be very, very hesitant on running this if you do operate with thousands of friends, as it can be a lot harder to manage. But if you run with very few and more of an intimate following base, this can be useful. Also, if you want to make it to where it only reacts, you can select it to that, which is what I would highly recommend. It also can actually set what these intervals are on based off how long it actually responds to posts. Again, just try and stay compliant with Facebook we want you to at least do this between 30 seconds and a minute. So this is the auto engagement. It's a great tool if you know how to use it correctly. So I would just be very, very cautious on how you do this. But again, once you come in here, leave all your comments, just hit save, and you can start engaging with others, and it'll start doing this automatically. I hope this helps, guys, and I look forward to talking with you in the next training. Hey guys, thanks for your interest in this next section. However, we don't have all the kinks ironed out just yet, so we're going to hold off on training until we get them all worked out. But I look forward to talking with you in the next training video. All right, guys, so this is the friendly poster. This information can be super critical to testing out and actually trying to acquire new leads. So what we got to do here is we're going to go back to our Facebook app. Let's go to our home page and let's scroll through our newsfeed until we find a post that we want to scrape some of the data from. It can't be inside of a group, and it's got to be from a personal page. So let's look for something with a bunch of comments. Okay, here we go, Marcus Morris. Let's say, for example, we wanted to connect here. Normally, obviously, this would be something that's business related from you. Say, for example, you've got a competitor that you're following and you see them posting about a software, a program, or a service or product that they sell. And there's a bunch of people that are leads or potential leads. They're interested in that product or service that are commenting. You can come in here. Now, you've got to actually click on that time. It's really weird. I don't know why you got to do that. It's just the way it brings up just this post. And you'll see the welcome to friendly poster has popped up. Now you're going to hit scrape leads. From here, it's going to start its magic. So the friendly poster is actually going to come in here and start scanning all this information. You'll see it start doing its count. Sometimes it doesn't count itself. So let's just make sure that we're tracking this. And once it's done, it's going to pull all that information into our next window. All right, so boom, it's been completed, and we can go check out our scraped leads. We need to come back to our software, refresh this page, and boom, here are all of the friends that have commented on that post. Now, the reason that this can be super intricate and beneficial for your company is you can come in here to these people, and as you know, that when you go to a personal profile, the lead gen button pops up. You can come in here, scroll down, and assign a tag to them all from here without even being friends with them. So of course you can come in here, add friends, you can message them whatever you need to know or whatever you need to do from their personal profile. But again, you can come in here, click on lead gen, add them to a specific tag, and hit save. So that way, if this is a competitor's post, whatever the case may be, you can come in, you can tag them, come back to your leads manager, and boom, there they are located. So I hope this information helps, and I'll look forward to talking to you in the next training video. All right, guys, next we're going to talk about our Friend Seeker software. So there's two different settings inside of here. There you got home and you got settings. You have to start in settings before we have any information that's populated in our home tab. So what you're going to come up here to do is this software is utilized for actually pulling information and scraping users from groups. So what we're going to go ahead and do is sync our groups. As you see, it's going to pop up a whole nother tab. It's going to start going through all the different groups that I'm in and pull it into our software over here. Might take you a minute based off how many different groups you're involved in. I'm in quite a few, so I'm going to give it some time, and then we'll get it pulled over for you. All right, so now it's done importing and transferring all that information over. Let me go ahead and refresh my screen and come down here, and boom, here are all my groups that I'm in. So let's go all the way back to the top. Let's say 7-figure marketing, and we pick that group, and we're gonna do CEO. Let's add that keyword. Let's say founder. Let's add that keyword. Let's say marketing manager. Let's say manager, and let's say marketing. So now what it's going to do is it's going to scan this group, for all the people that self-identify with CEO, founder, marketing manager, or marketing anywhere in their job titles. Now, for the example of this tutorial, we're going to crank this down to 50 people. Now, this is how many people it's going to scan for. Doesn't mean that's how many it's going to pull, but it's going to scan 50 people at this time, up to 500. But it'll scan that many people and then populate all this information based off people that self-identify with any one of these. So let's just hit start scanning. It's going to pull up that group. It's going to start going through all of the people that are members of that group. As you can see off to the side of the screen, that it will actually let you know how many people it scanned. Again, remember, this is people scanned. This does not necessarily mean hot leads or leads that have those specific keywords. All right, that's done there. Let's go back and boom, check this out. We got 7 people. Actually, technically we only have 6 because it's always gonna pull you. The software just happens to always pull you. Now from here, you can actually go in and individually and see their profile. You can come in here, of course, and delete or add them. So if we wanted to go through and add all of these people, you just start adding them right here. And I do believe that I am friends with all of these people. So you can come, yep, it's going to give me my warnings because I'm already friends with these people. You can come in and start sending them friend requests. Now, of course, because of our policies with Facebook, it's going to send them periodically so we don't get popped for being a bot. But again, I'm already friends with all these guys. That is my group that I was targeting. So it's not really a good example, but you can go into any specific group. You can actually go through all the leads that are in there, pull them into here, and then start sending them hyper-targeted friend requests. This information is super, super valuable. I've already talked about how valuable it is. I just wanted to walk through and show you actually how to do it. All right, so another thing I want to show you too is the schedule ad. So you can come in here. Let's run this again. Let's crank this up to, let's say 100 people. Let's pick my group, 7-figure marketing, start scanning. And what I want to show you here is how we can actually schedule out the ad so you yourself don't have to go through and specifically hit this information. The reason I like showing it the other way first is because if you want to go in and actually make sure it's your ideal demographic, you realistically would go in and look at everyone's profile individually and make sure that it's someone that you want to work with. This technique is really good when you're targeting other people or competitors groups or somewhere that just your targeted audience would be. So once it's done running that, again, we're going to come back to home. And here all of our people are. I'm going to go ahead and refresh just for the sake of refreshing. We're going to refresh, and here we are again. So we added a few more people this time. So now we're going to hit our schedule ad, and then the queue has been sent. And as you can see that the times have been spread 10 minutes apart, and I'll start sending out friend requests every 10 minutes to these 15 people. I hope this information was helpful, and we'll see you in the next training video. Next, I want to talk about our Friends Manager tab. This is not super needed. And honestly, I don't know if we're going to keep this or not because it really serves no purpose if you're not utilizing your Facebook as an actual leads generation source, because realistically you would actually do everything up here into your leads CRM. So we may get rid of this, but just for all intents and purposes, since you clicked on this for training, here's what it is. This is just a 50,000 foot view of all your friends. It shows all your friends, how many you have. You've got to sync your friends list. It'll take quite some time depending on how many friends you have, but you can come in and set your tags to whatever it is you need. Now, the reason that I don't necessarily recommend this is because this has zero to do with your actual lead CRM. This is where you want to focus your time, but for some reason, some people wanted this information, so we decided to give it to you. All you're doing here is coming in and getting a 50,000 foot view of all your friends. Maybe some information that's helpful is how many friends you have that are mutual, and you can actually delete people from here. Other than that, there's really no benefit to coming here. You can come to your manager and see where they are and drag and drop them again, similar to your lead CRM system. Again, however, this does not actually tag them inside of your messenger, so I don't really recommend it. But that's that information here. I hope this helps, and I look forward to talking to you in the next training video. All right, let's talk about your incoming friends requests. Obviously, come over here, click scan friend requests. It's gonna pull up all the friends that have added you. All right, guys, sorry that took a while. I've got apparently over 1,000 friend requests, so it took a minute for it to load. But as you can see, this is where you can actually manage all your incoming friend requests all in one place. Now, yes, obviously you can do that on Facebook as well, but this gives you another opportunity to add in a message template. Again, you can personalize this. Hey, enter in your brackets name, put whatever information that you need to do inside of there, and click save. Now, as long as this is toggled, as you get a new incoming friend request, it will actually automatically send them that message. Again, you can also come in and delete all these friend requests or accept them. But this is a good place to actually go through and manage all your incoming friend requests, as well as have a incoming message template for anyone that sends you a friend request. Hope this information was helpful, and we'll see you in the next training video. All right, guys, here's our friend request cleaner. You can hit start auto cancel. And what this is going to do is start auto canceling all of the previous friend requests that you've sent out. You click this, it's going to start going through and automatically canceling all these requests. I'm going to stop that because I don't need it to do that, but this can go in and start auto canceling any request that you sent. Now, I can utilize this every once in a while to go through and start fresh. I've already done that, and it'll actually show you right here where you've how many requests you've canceled. A benefit for this would be as if you do this on a regular basis and you send them a friend request, your friend request has now been buried under a bunch of other people's. So then you cancel that request and you send them another friend request. So if this is the type of marketing that you utilize, this is where this tool can come in and help you. I hope this helps, and I'll see you in the next training video. All right, guys, so this is where we get really fun within the groups. So this is the tag blaster. This is going to be super awesome. I can't wait to show you guys how to use this. So come in here and click sync my groups. Now this is going to take quite some time depending again on how many groups you have. I've got quite a few, so give me a second. It's going to start syncing all these for us, and I'll come back as soon as it's done. Oh, well, that was pretty quick. So as you can see, it's already synced my groups. So from there, I'm going to hit refresh real fast. I'm going to choose my group. Let's do 7-figure marketing. Now let's sync the members inside this group. Again, this is going to take a little minute. There's a few hundred people, nothing too crazy, but you'll see over here to the side, it'll show you how many people have been scanned, and once it's completed, it'll take us back. All right, so now what it's done is once we've synced all of our groups and synced all of our members, you can come in here and actually pick people to tag on specific posts. So say, for example, we wanted to come in and tag these 4 people. What it's going to do is it's selected this tag. Then what we need to do is we need to come back to Facebook. We need to go to our group. All right, let's scroll down to a post that we actually want to tag some people in. So we want to tag them in this. Now we got to click here on the time. It's going to open it in its own new window, okay? So here, we're going to come in here and take this URL, copy it, come back over here, and we're going to post our URL. You put this in here, hit tag blast. It's going to do its thing, and then what it's going to do is actually tag all the people that you've selected on that specific post for you, so you don't have to click type their name in, type their name in. Now there's a limit of only 50 people in this that you can pick at one time, so I'm going to come back over here just to show you guys. I'm going to reload the screen. You'll see that they've been added, and then I'm actually going to delete that because I don't want to tag them like that. So let's come in here to our new comment. Boom, 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 boom. They've all been added. All right, let me go ahead and delete this. So that is the Tag Blaster. I hope this software comes in handy for you guys. And if there's any more information that you want from this, please reach out on any specific strategies on how to make this work best for your company. But I hope this information helps, and we'll see you in the next training video. All right, guys, Group Ascender is actually super, super useful if you're running groups on Facebook. So again, first thing we need to do is we need to sync our groups. And what's going to happen here is it's going to go through all the groups that we're on Facebook. It's going to import all this information in here. Now, this information that we're going to be pulling is only utilized for groups that you're actually an administrator on. So let's go ahead and show you how to use this. Once this populates, we're going to come in here to 7-figure marketing. It'll show you all the different ones that I actually run. From here, we're going to sync we're going to manage our export requests. Now this is going to show you all of our member requests. Lord, I got quite a few. All right, now what we need to do is we need to put a Google Sheet link. So I went ahead and created a Google Sheet for all of my 7-figure marketing group questions. And what we're going to do is we're going to come back over here. We're going to import that link to that sheet right here. Click Save. It's going to load that. And then we're going to Google Sheet export. So once you've synced your groups and actually chosen the group that you want to use, you come over here to manage member requests. Now you'll see that this button has changed. Oh, it'll populate, scrape and approve, scrape and approve, scrape and approve. Now this is only useful if you actually have specific questions that you're actually asking people. You can make these mandatory. So obviously people that are actually giving us their information is the ones that we want to collect. So if you come in here, scrape and approve. Let's come to the next one that answered, scrape and approve. Let's approve this one, and this one. Once we've done that, let's come back to our dashboard. Let's load. All right, sorry guys, I just had to refresh that right here. So now you can come in and see that all this information and all the questions that I've asked are loaded in here. Now this information and these emails are super important to me so that I can follow back up with them and make sure that I stay in touch. So here, what we're gonna do now is Google Sheet export. Click that link. You can actually Google Sheet export this, or you can Excel export this. Now this is really cool information. It's gonna take a minute if you've got this Google Sheet for it to populate. But also, depending on which groups you're in, and if you want just the specific information, you can do an Excel export. It will download a document, and you can have all this information with all the questions and answered right here, all in one place. So this is super great information to have, and I hope that this helps, and I'll see you in the next training video. All right, guys, now we're going to talk about group leads. So this section is going to be very similar to Friend Seeker, whereas in Friend Seeker, when we actually sent out the request, it was all based off of our tags. However, down here in group leads, it's going to be just all those specific people. So you're going to want to come in here and you're going to want to sync your groups. I've already done that to save a little bit of time, as well as let's go to Able USA. This is another group that I'm a part of. And the reason I chose this is because these are all fitness-based people. So if you're a personal trainer or something like that, and you knew that a majority of the people that were going to be in these groups were already your targeted demographic, so you don't have to go in and add all those specific tags. You can come down here to this section to group leads and just load all the people that are in the entire group in its entirety. So you come here, and then of course you're going to sync members. I've done that again also to save some time, and this is super beneficial because you can come in here and boom, just start cranking out friend requests. Again, you want to be smart with it. There does have a little bit of a time delay on each one to make sure that it doesn't come across robotic, but also be very strategic about how many you send in a day. I recommend 50, but even more importantly than that, here you can come in and start adding in your different tags. Again, this is going to be super beneficial for your bulk messaging based off tags. So this is our group lead section. So again, this is very different than the Friend Seeker because you're not adding any specific tags. This is very, very useful if you're a realtor or something like that where you know all of your targeted audience is going to be in one specific place. And so you can actually come in and scrape all the information of all the members that are in this entire group total. So I hope this information helps, and I'll see you in the next training video. All right, guys, so this is the bulk messaging section. This is super, super awesome software. It's pretty self-explanatory, but let's go ahead and hop right in. So we're going to hit create new campaign. I'm going to name this test. Obviously, you can choose whatever tag you want. You just click prospect, and it'll show you all the different people that's going to be put in this message sequence. You're going to, again, come in and add the date and time that you want to send it to them. And again, put in your information. You can personalize however you want, and then you hit save, and then it's going to group bulk message all of these leads based off of whatever information that you put in here. Very self-explanatory. I'm not going to send it again so I don't end up in a situation like I did last time where I accidentally sent out a bunch of random numbers and letters to people. But anyways, this is the bulk message system. I hope this information helps, and I'll see you in the next training video. All right, guys, so this is the rich gen section. I don't use this actually, but had a lot of requests for it. So this is a section where you can come in and type in whatever you need and actually have it structured in that, and say we wanted sans serif, bold, italic. Generate, give it a few seconds. It's going to actually transform whatever text you enter here in over here, and then you can just copy and paste it and put it on any post or ad that you're writing. So this can be useful for any copywriters out there that want to get somewhat creative with whatever type of font you're using. Again, I don't use this too much. I'm very straight to the point when it comes to the copy that I write, and it's more about the content that's in the copy versus the way it looks. But if you're interested in this, this is a really cool area for you to come in and play around and start changing up some of the text and font and script, as you can see here. So I hope this information is useful, and I'll see you in the next training video. All right, guys, this information is pretty much not needed, but if you clicked on this to see the training video, all of this section is useful is clicking this button, syncing your profile, and that way all these tools will work within your own personal Facebook. Hope this information helps, and I'll talk to you guys soon. All right, guys, so this information is for you to be able to download backups as well as upload them. So if for whatever odd reason this software crashes, periodically it's smart for you to go ahead and download whatever information's in here. And then if we ever need to re-upload a specific backup, you just click this here and it'll load all the information in that was previously loaded on that backup. Hope this information helps, and I'll see you in the next training video. All right, guys, so here's where you can submit a support ticket. If you have any issues with the technical portion of this, this is going to go to the developers. If you have any issues with the account, that's going to come to our crew, and we're going to be able to take care of this. Leave us a title, give us a description of what issue you're having, submit the ticket. It'll show all your tickets here, and we'll get them answered in a timely fashion, and I hope this helps. Thank you so much.